Thant, it's lovely to meet you today, and thank you so much for coming. You're one of our old parents. When I say old, but your son has been at this school for
13 years.
13 years, yes. So can you start off by telling us a little bit about your family and we said how long Lynn has been at Network International School. A little bit about your family.
Yeah, I have a nuclear family, me, my husband, and Lynn, three of us.
Three of you.
Lynn started joining Network in 2012-13 academic year at reception. At the time, reception is now known as Foundation 3.
Yeah, okay. What made you want to come to Network?
Yes, one of my friends, his son is attending at Network, and he introduced me to Network. And when I learned through the website, and I learned about the early childhood development and care, so I'm so interested and joined to Network.
Good.
And Network invites me to camp for observation with my child. And I saw you, teacher Carole, and teacher Pauline was there at 55 Shinsopu Road. And after doing the observation, and they gave me some comments that my son academic skill is quite okay, but he is a bit weak in social and physical skill. So our founder, teacher Carole, he advised me to join for 2 week summer class before joining the reception. So we did join the class, and after that, tremendous 2 weeks, in his first day of reception, he's very safe and confidently walked to the school. Nothing gave me scary or some kids to me. So he feel confident and safe to try to Network.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. Thank you. So how do you think Network has helped to Lynn to feel safe and supported and valued? How do you think?
What I think is Network is like a family. Not only the teacher, the supported team, and the cleaning lady also help him a lot.
Good.
And they even took care of him. And specifically, what is he? He is at first, his fine motor skill is not good. He couldn't button up his his shirt, so he's tried. And all of the teachers and the associate teacher, even the cleaning lady, help him. After a week or two, he can confidently do everything. What I would like to suggest is every parent think about joining Network since from the foundation when.
Yeah, it's quite important that we have them nice and early so that they get very independent very quickly, and their social skills, they can make their friends. So his transition was good, it was smooth. We didn't have any tears when he arrived at school in the morning.
Every morning saying good morning from the supported team, and he say back to them. At first he is not so friendly, and his social skill improves a lot.
What do you appreciate in the way we had Lynn at Network, and how do you appreciate how we taught him that the culture and the skills in the early years?
In his early years, Network values agriculture. In his PSHI lesson, he learned Buddhism, Hindu, Islam, and Christianity. He knows all four of the religions, and not only that, he learned about the Myanmar culture. Network is the only one international school which values Myanmar culture, I think.
What about our school communication with you? Have you had any problems, like you felt that we weren't communicating enough with you, letting you know what, here you are giving your one and only son into our care. Did you feel that we communicated enough to you about what he was doing during the day while you were at work and he was at school? Did you feel that our communication was good?
Yes, your communication is very good because we have the student diary. And every day he has to write about what he is doing at school, at home, and I've read it before going to school. And if I want to ask some question or give some suggestion, I put it through it. So every day this writing of student writing it helps a lot. Sometimes if I want to know details, so I email to his class teacher.
So not only have Lynn's communication skills improved, but also your communication skills and ours.
Yes,
you know,
teacher.
because that's very important. We're teaching the children all the time to work well together.
Yes,
and
teacher.
the network triangle is, I've always said about the network triangle to you, haven't I? It's the three parts of the triangle.
Partnership.
Yeah, we are partners. Specific incidences, let's say, what have we had here? Teacher or staff member went above and beyond support for Lynn. Is there any time when you really felt that a particular teacher or the school itself?
All teachers are nice and kind and very supportive. One incident I remember is in his year 2, he is very ill at school. It might be because of the food poisoning. So his class teacher make a call to the reception, and reception called to us, and they give him immediate care with the clinic here in Network. Another thing is timely progressive reports is very beneficial for us. It's quite encouraging for Lynn to do well in his academic.
Encouragement is very important for them when they're growing up, and I think he's thrived on that. How would you describe the relationship of your family with the teachers and staff? I think you've answered that actually. You have a very good, close relationship.
Yes, Teacher Carole.
With the teachers and the staff. They know you well, you know them well.
And what lovely is in his primary, every time they have the class assembly. So I love to attend there. At that time I was work as a part-time, so I give more time in his school days.
Yes, those primary days were very special with
Yes.
Yeah, good. So outside academics, we know that Lynn he's academically motivated. He loves his studies. He works hard. He's always wanting to do well. Outside of the academic skills that we know we've helped him with to go with, and he really has. We can tell by his results now. What else outside the academics does he like?
Outside the academics, in his year 5, the extracurricular activity like French, Network introduced the French class, and I also encourage him to learn the second language. So after joining the extracurricular French class, he wants to learn more about French, so I joined French Institute for classes. Now he is in B1.
Wow.
French. Other thing is he is very energetic, and in his primary year 6 he is a house captain of the Sophia team, and always participate in Network School Christmas concert. In his year 6 he is the leading role. I remember at the time there is a lot of rain on that night, and fortunately the rain suddenly stopped before the concert starts.
It was amazing. It was an amazing evening. Nerve-wracking, but amazing.
He's performing in the school play again.
Yes.
Is he?
It's taken him a while to get back to wanting to do it. He was backstage last year.
So extracurriculars as far as sports and art and things, he's not?
He is not so being athletic, but he tries to participate in school house competition for football and swimming.
And he's the reigning spelling bee.
Yes, reigning spelling bee.
Well, that's all his academics, and we know with Lynn that he's really not pushed himself, but he has worked really hard on all his academics. What I'm wanting to hear from you now is that he is doing a little bit more sports and activities outside the normal curriculum, because, you know, when they go to university,
Yes, teacher.
with their social skills on the football pitch, and anything to do with sports does help them so much. So I'm pleased to see that he is joining.
He does house sports, doesn't he?
He does house sports.
Quite a leadership role this year.
That's good.
And I think he's doing the student charity group.
Yes, he's with student charity too, Teacher Sophie.
Yeah.
Because he's on the Ucheng scholarship, so he's very heavily involved in ECS.
I expect high. The Ucheng scholarship they're living up to that name. Yeah. Thank you so much. So let's go over to Sophie now. And
so it's really lovely to hear about Lynn's primary and early years days, because I came in on his network journey. I first met him online in year 9, and obviously in the time I've known him, he's changed quite dramatically. We had to update his school photo because he does not look like that anymore. How do you think you've seen him grow? Obviously we describe him as an academic child. How do you think that has changed over his time at network?
What I've noticed him is in his reception he started to learn phonics, and after that network introduced Oxford Reading Tree stage by stage. At his year 4 he started to love reading a lot. At first he's interested in reading fiction, and then now he's in non-fiction.
So I taught him English the last 2 years, so obviously his love of reading is a huge part of his curiosity, his motivation for learning. Do you think there's anything else that has been fostered or developed in him that builds his motivation?
He is interested in reading, and he always asks me to buy him some book, this and that, every time.
And he's still managing to be like that?
Yes.
Even with his A-level studies?
Yes,
brilliant.
Even with his A-level studies. And he also appreciates Teacher Sophie because she encourages him with his English literature.
So you like when he gets the full report all about his involvement in school life later in the year?
Yes.
That's your preferred
for
thing?
chemistry, it's his weakness and the things he needs to learn, etc. Subject by subject.
How good do you think he is at being able to tell you what he knows he needs to improve on? Do you think he's clear about that in his studies?
Actually, he doesn't ask me more. He always sort out himself and asking help from his teacher.
Okay, and he's built quite a lot of independence to do that now?
Yes, he's very independent. Whenever I ask him or something like that, Lynn, I think it's normal. It's my choice and my idea. Okay. I can't overrule him.
Independent children has good and bad elements to it, So now that he's moving into the 6th form, he's starting to think about where he might go when he takes a bit of network with him into the world. How well do you think the school are supporting him in making those choices and preparing for university now?
Yes. Recently, Network held a university fair and the EPQ program, extended program.
Project qualification,
yes. It helps him a lot for his further study.
So does he know what he wants to do yet? Has he decided?
He wants to learn economics. And his aim is to try LSE.
Yeah, excellently ambitious. So to go into that kind of field, I think he's thinking about PPE, which is one of the most competitive courses. How well do you think the school is developing the kind of what we call 21st century skills, so like critical thinking, questioning? Do you think he's been well fostered to have those?
Yes, he has well developed that skill. I don't know much about 21st century skill like AI or something like that, but what he told me is he doesn't even like AI. He wants his brain working.
So the network crucial values, creativity, independence, do you feel you see those in him?
Yes, absolutely.
That's lovely.
He has.
My last question is just whether there are any particular teachers that have stood out for him. So anyone in terms of the academic side, any teachers that he's particularly found have really inspired the love of the subject?
Teacher Sophie, 100%.
feels like it's in the script already.
So if you could sum up the impact that Network International School has had on your family in 1 or 2 sentences, how could you do that for me?
I'm very grateful to you, our founder, Teacher Carole, and Uncle Ujjain for developing Network International School here in Myanmar. Network nurture every children at school very well, both physically, mentally, and socially. We always appreciate for that, teacher.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And what advice would you give other parents that were thinking, saying, oh, we're thinking about going and looking at Network? What advice would you give them?
Whenever I have a chance to share about Network, I'm always encouraging them to try Network as soon as possible, because Network nurture children to grow up very well, both culturally, socially, and they do respect each other.
Yes.
This is the Network.
That's so important. And growing up with their own culture, but
Yes.
having the benefit of a network education. Thank you so much for sharing those with me. It's been really
Thank you for inviting me.
encouraging, very encouraging to us all. Thank you.
Thank you, teachers.